Hi everyone, Fionnuala J here, just dropping by with a sneak peek at some exclusive content over on the Flop Culture Patreon. That's patreon.com/flopculture, where you will get an extra, at least 2 bonus episodes a month on all things flops, sometimes bops, and everything in between. Hope you enjoyed this little preview. Anyway, sorry, the reason why I'd asked you to cover this is because you're my resident shipbook.
I don't even like this man.
Shipbook correspondent. Yeah. And I kind of presumed you might have read it, because for anyone that's not familiar or who's only maybe watched the film, it's based off of a book of the same name by Robin Lee called The Idea of You. She's an actor as well. She's been in loads of fucking movies. She's been in like Hitch and lots of other things. This is her first novel. And it's been kind of touted as like Harry Styles fan fiction, which she takes a lot of issue with, which we'll get to. Like, she's basically said that it's not fan fiction. It's just, at one point she said that the character of Hayes, who we'll get into, is inspired by Harry Styles. So like, it's not fan fiction because it's not actually Harry Styles. They're right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That it's like, it's an original story, but it's just the idea of like a gal getting with a band member. You know what I mean? So people have kind of taken it. So I would have just assumed that you've read the book, but you haven't. Were you familiar with it at all?
Yes. So I like, to be honest, after I couldn't do it again. Like, so, because when I hear, like, you have to remember, when I hear Harry Styles fan fiction, like, I did the After series. So when I was like, this is like apparently a ploy. Now, it's a weird one because people are saying it was done based off the idea of him and Olivia Wilde. But sure, that's a recent relationship, so that's bollocks. And I think it.
I think the timing was just really unfortunate for that.
But I think it's actually supposed to be, it's supposed to be based on, I think, Caroline Flack. Yeah, which makes a lot more sense.
That does make sense, timing-wise.
But again, the author...
it's really weird.
Can't really... Like, obviously, she's not saying it's Harry Styles. Like, everyone's like, this is very close call.
So I think at one point, the issue is that she said he was, like, inspired by Harry Styles.
Exactly.
Not based off of, but the minute... And obviously, when she wrote the book or whatever... Harry Styles has become an even bigger star since then. I think she says she started writing the book in 2014. I think it only came out in 2017.
Exactly.
I think. So I'm not checking the dates. I don't really care. Google it yourself. Whatever. We're here to talk about smutty films. But she wrote this essay then when the film came out about how it was essentially about the fact that like calling The Idea of You fan fiction like undermines the whole thing, and like is basically a thing where it's kind of undermining the art of that it is, and that it's like it kind of discredits her work and it discredits things that women like, essentially. And she found it really frustrating. And she said she found that the media used the Harry Styles line to obviously write loads of stuff off the back of it, because obviously the minute you're like, oh my god, Harry Styles, lol, fanfic, lol, and he's getting with an older woman, lol, you know.
But the book got legs because of the Harry Styles thing.
Yeah.
The book is not... Like, I can't obviously fully comment, but every time I've seen a review of the book, and I've seen a lot of them because obviously I'm chronically on Book Talk, like, the whole reason why people pick it up is for that reason.
Yeah.
Like, it's not because the story's so original.
Yeah.
Anyone could have wrote that.
Yeah. The Evidence Place on Earth, a loyal patron. Hi, Evan. Evan has read it, and Evan did like bad.
And that's what I got from every single review. And that's another reason why I didn't go near it. I was like, you've put yourself through After. You're not going to put yourself through this in like a different... And also, to be honest, it always left a bad taste in my mouth because of the Caroline Flack thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, people are writing kind of books about this now. So I think though, when I was watching it, I'd kind of forgotten all of the lore.
Yeah.
Like, I went into it watching it like a rom-com. Like, I tried to keep it that way. Do you know what I mean? Like, I tried not to be like, this is kind of, this is,
I think we can both confidently say, I don't think you need, having not read the book, you don't need to
read the book.
No, I will say, on Goodreads, the book has 3.85 average rating.
Which is not good.
Is that not good?
No, that's not good at all.
Is it not kind of just average?
No.
Well, when I read them, then some of them are like really harsh. And also, I will say, before we get into the actual movie itself and the plot of the book and technically the movie, there's a lot of changes. Yes. Or like, there's a good bit of changes. And I think what makes the book a lot less defendable than the film. So it's the whole idea of that this older woman gets with this fucking fella in a band, young pop star. In the book, the fella is 20.
Yeah.
In the movie,
He's 24.
He's 24. And I know people will argue, like, maybe not much of a difference. It was kind of enough of a difference for me to be like...
It was, actually.
I can buy into this as a film. I can understand why people were like, as the book, no, this isn't the fucking feminist slay argument that you think it is. Like, yes, it's grand to put forward the argument, oh, like, it's so hypocritical that we, like... the older women get a worse rap and stuff like that. But, like, look at the fucking Aaron Taylor-Johnson and you're one of it all.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, we are critical of age gap relationships of the opposite gender as well.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yeah. And I think, it's a weird... Because, okay, so there's... The reason why the book... the reason why the film's getting critiqued, I think, is because of who they cast.
Okay.
Because he is a 29-year-old man.
Okay.
And she is a 41-year-old woman.
Yeah.
And they look that way.
Yeah.
Sorry, she could pass for 30. And he could pass... He doesn't look under 25 to me, personally.
We're talking about Anne Hathaway and Nicholas Galitzine.
Yeah. And that's why people are kind of... I think people are like, because I feel like it was made for the 50 Shades of Grey mammies.
That's a really actually fair point, yeah.
So to look at Anne Hathaway... Like, my mum doesn't see herself in Anne Hathaway. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's people that you see yourself in. And Anne Hathaway being one of the most beautiful women in the world isn't that. So it's kind of like, it's almost isolated the audience because those look like two millennials.
Yeah, And like, that, to be honest...
And they are both millennials. So it's like, there you go.
Did you like what you hear? I hope you did. If you did, you can listen to the episode in full at patreon.com/flapculture. Other benefits to becoming a patron include getting the main episodes ad-free. We love that, girls. And you get them a little bit earlier than normal listeners too. So that's nice, isn't it? Why don't you join today? Patreon.com/flapculture. I'll see you there.